Hello and welcome once again to Peculiar Perceptions. I'm Princess Cronneitt, your host, and I want everybody to take a deep breath and let it out. And I want everybody to say, I am alive. I love my life. I love the Lord that I serve, and I'm going forward. I want you to say that. And then I want you to take a deep breath and say, I am peculiar, and so are my perceptions. I want you guys to take that as we today, December 11th, 2013, we start preparing going into 2014. And my word for you today is to do what you've never done if you want to get what you've never gotten. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Many times we go through our day-to-day life doing the same thing. Get up, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you complain, you whine and moan. If you have a job, you go to work. If you have kids, you take them to school. If you don't have a job, you drop the kids to school, you come home, you watch television. If you don't watch television, you read a book. Maybe you start doing a crossword puzzle in a newspaper. Whatever it is. If you're a student, you're going to school on a day-to-day basis, and you're just going through willy-nilly, doing everything the same, but you're expecting to get something different. You cannot expect to get paid for a job if you don't work. You cannot expect to lose weight if you're eating the same. You cannot expect to gain anything if you're not doing anything to gain. We are preparing to go into a new year. Don't make New Year's resolutions that you're never going to keep. Don't say, oh, okay, I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to do that differently. And then you go back to the same thing. No, start now. Today. Soon as you see this, sit down, take a deep breath, say, I am peculiar, and so are my perceptions. And take those unique thoughts that you have and start a business or write a book or whatever those hidden desires are. If you go back to school, change the way you talk, change your friends, change your surroundings. Change your system. If you have a certain system you drive every day, take a chance and drive a different route. Change what you don't like. Because what you have in your life that you don't like is a result of a choice that you're making that's causing you to be where you are. That's causing you to have what you have. And if everything is good but you can't find peace, then something's wrong inside. And if you yourself cannot find the peace that you need to go through your day-to-day life, that means that you are living out of your purpose. You can be successful and still be living out of your purpose. You're not serving the purpose that God put you here to serve, so you're going to be miserable. You don't want to be miserable, then it's time to start serving your purpose. If you have stage fright but your destiny is to be on the stage, get over it. Even famous people have stage fright and they go anyway. If you're not eloquent in speech, then become eloquent in speech. Start reading more. The more you read, the more you expand your vocabulary. A word you don't know, underline it. Get a notebook, create a notebook of new words. Write the words in there, write the definition, learn the new words, study it, and it'll now become a part of your vocabulary. Change what you're doing if you want to change the result that you're getting. I am now changing what I'm doing. I'm adding on. I have the videos that I'm doing, and for the upcoming year I have plans and something different that I'm doing. I am not running all over doing everything for everybody and not doing absolutely nothing for myself. That's not being selfish. That's using wisdom. If it's not a part of my purpose, I am here to serve. I'm here to show love. I'm here to motivate. But at the same time, a dead person can't motivate anybody. A person that's not going forward can't encourage you to go forward. So what I'm doing is going forward. Let's grow together. Let's go together. I'm blogging now. And the blogs that I'm putting out there is there so that you can see what I learn on a regular basis. Sometimes it's just little things that I realize. Blog. I'm learning more ways to communicate with you. Not because I'm perfect, but because we're learning and we're growing together. And as I learn something, I want to share it with you. And what I'm learning is, in order to receive something that I don't have, I now have to do things that I have not been doing. And I'm telling you the same thing. If your life feel like it has no purpose, you're frustrated, you're aggravated, you are at a place where you don't know what's wrong, but something's wrong, that's because you're doing something wrong. And sometimes it's not that you're doing something bad. It's just what you're doing is not what you're supposed to be doing. So do an assessment. Sit down and assess yourself. Assess. Check yourself out. And then create a new system. If the old one isn't working for you, then it's time to create a new system. If the old one is working for you and you're on a path and you're making progress, then you know what? Then you just build on that. Sometimes you don't even have to do nothing new. Just perfect small. Perfect where you are on the way to where you're going. There are many things going on out there. There's a lot of things pushing, all casting their lots for your attention. There's so much things going on. And last week I told you, do not become distracted. This week I'm telling you, not only do you not become distracted, but you create a system where it's a productive one. And if you're not walking a path being productive, then you need to change your system. Change it. Do what you've never done. Be creative. Look deep inside you and see what's in there. And pull it out. Pull it out. If you're a negative person, then that's something you need to pray about. If you're a jealous person, the people that you're jealous of, the only difference between them and you is that they're doing something you're not doing. Get over it. Stop being jealous. Get up and do what you got to do to get where you want to get to. And if you're jealous, if you're looking at what people have and you're jealous just because they have that, you can't keep up with the Joneses. You know why? Because you're not the Jones. You are you. So don't worry about keeping up with somebody else. Do what you like to do for you. Embrace you. And if that's not what you're doing, then you're going to be miserable. Wear what you like to wear. Speak the way you're comfortable speaking. Don't be rude. If you're rude, then you got to do an assessment on that, because you can't be rude to people and expect them to be kind to you. Assess yourself. Use wisdom in your assessment. And don't be afraid to do something new. Because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're only going to have what you've gotten thus far. So, that's my word for today. Now, I want you to remember, you are an amazing person with peculiar perceptions. Respect it and appreciate it. I'll see you next week.